Hi, I'm Dr. Deepa Shetty here and I'm a health coach. We were talking about conflict, in which we spoke about what is conflict. Conflict is a disagreement between two people, and unable to do it in healthy way can lead to a lot of resentments in the relationship. So what's important in conflict? Let me just brief you up with few things which I said in the previous video, that what's important in the conflict is to get aware of your and others' emotion so as to resolve whatever is coming in between both of you in terms of getting into a healthier relationship. So today, we understood what were the causes and what were the responses. Let's understand what is that's preventing you to actually deal with the conflict in a healthy way. So conflict triggers a strong emotion, which may be because of underlying needs out there which are not addressed. So, hence, what happens during conflict, when the conflict arises and we don't know how to manage healthy way, what happens in conflict and why you are not able to deal with it in a healthy way is because of some of the abilities which you don't have, during the time of conflict. So what are the abilities which are necessary for you to have within you? What are the abilities which can help you to resolve the conflict in a healthy way? The first and foremost ability is it's to remain calm in a stressful situation, because when the conflict arises and it triggers a strong emotion, if you're not in control with your own feelings, if you're not even aware of your own emotions, then that emotion will overwhelm you and you will not be able to pay attention to the other person's emotion, and you will be so limited with your own emotional reaction pattern that this may lead you to really not pay respect to the differences that both of you are having at that particular moment. So what's important in the conflict is the core skill of yours to really manage the stress when it is happening at that moment, and your own emotional awareness. So let's understand now what is the stress which happens during that time, and what is it that is not allowing you to not able what is it that is not allowing you to manage it effectively. So first and foremost important thing is understand what is happening during that moment. During that point of time, the stronger emotions are arising and you are overwhelmed with it. So very important thing is remaining calm during that situation. So what is important is remaining in control of your emotion and being comfortable with your emotion in midst of the perceived threat that you're experiencing, and that requires a lot of practice and awareness of your own emotion beforehand too. But what do you do when this thing is happening, and why should we need to be knowing to manage this stress? Because what happens during the conflict is that you are stressed, and hence the emotions are so strong that they take away all your attention and you end up reacting in a very unhealthy way, which will cause in the long term a resentment and breaking of the relationship, which may be very important to you and which you may regret not having later, and which may also lead in your professional life losing on some things which would have been a really great profit to you. So it's very important that you know about your it is a way to get aware of your own emotions and the needs which are underlying below these emotions. So why should we know how to manage the stress? Because it is actually not allowing you to listen to the other person. It is not allowing you to see the body language of the other person. It is not allowing you to get aware of your own emotions, your own need, and effectively communicate that to the other person. I don't mean to say that in conflict it's only about the other person's emotion, it is about your own emotions also. So, unless and until you're aware of your own emotions, you will not be able to communicate to the other person, and plus, you'll be blinded with your own emotions so much that you will not be able to perceive the other person's emotion also. So, very important thing for you It is to communicate your own emotion without threatening, intimidating, or punishing the other person. So, why we need to really know how to manage the stress which is happening at that moment by by actually being comfortable with your own emotion, and which will require you to know your emotions, and that requires a practice with your own self by your own way which you can, or getting in touch with a counselor who will help you to get aware of your emotion. And why is it important more than anything? Because this stress which you are having inside you, which you are not able to actually manage the emotion that are arising at that point of time, may lead to a lot of physical damage too. It may lead to tensed muscles, it may lead to stress inside your body, causing a lot of tightness in different places, and it may lead to a lot of responses which may get settled, the emotion getting settled inside your physical body, creating a lot of imbalance in the physical chemical reactions inside you, causing a lot of damage to the organs also. So we have heard that how anger can cause BP. So most of the time, the reaction, the unhealthy reaction that we give when we are stressed or when we are into emotional high, is either foot on the gas. That's one word which I would give, because when it is an anger reaction, when you are actually angry because you're not able to handle it, the reaction that comes is a very anger and a triggered and a agitated person. Or foot on the brake, which is a person when he's dealing with this conflict shutdowns completely because he doesn't know how to deal with it, and pulls himself away from the whole situation, from the person himself, losing the relationship in the bargain. Or a foot on the gas and a brake reaction, wherein you freeze, though you're looking very angry and agitated on the surface, but inside you're completely freezed and paralyzed and not able to do any action. All the state which you're experiencing in your mind is actually experienced in your body too, leading to a lot of diseases which may which may require you to deal with it in a long run, in a very unhealthy way. Not only unhealthy body that you're having, unhealthy emotional control which you're not able to have, and an unhealthy reaction which is going to cause you a lot of damage in all sense. So why do we do this? What's important is we get aware how to manage it healthy. So first important thing for that is getting knowing how to manage the stress. So how do you manage the stress when it is happening to you? Before that, yeah, we can do a lot of meditation, we can talk about it, we can go to the counselor and get aware of it, and then we know how to be in control of their emotion. But during that time, how do you do that? So distract, or try to get aware of the senses that you have. The five senses which we have is the eyes, the nose, the smell, the touch, the ears. So you can either take a perfume which you love and you smell it, or you take a cup of tea or something which will make you soothe you. So anything that can soothe your senses will make you calm. Okay. Or you can see some pictures which can soothe you. So you have to be knowing how to manage your stress beforehand, so that during that time you can just soothe yourself with the senses which you have. Looking at the pictures which can make you feel really, which can soothe you. That way, when you become calmer, you will be able to be in control with your emotion, and then you'll be able to healthily respond to that conflict. So that will lead to a building of a healthy, trustworthy relationship which you actually are looking forward to. Or at least, walking away with your differences in with a smile on your face, because you got aware of your own self and you took this choice. It is not under the control of the emotion, but it is under your control to do what you wanted to do in your life. That's how you feel empowered within yourself, and you empower the other person also. Tomorrow, this is the first one, the core skill of managing your stress. Second skill is getting aware, emotional awareness that you can get aware of, and how do you deal with it. We will speak about it tomorrow. Till then, Hope this video has added some value to your life and brought a smile on your face. That's what the vision I have been harboring, to have a healthy world in which they are able to respond to all their needs and emotions in a very healthy way. Thank you for listening to me, and be in touch, and do write in the comment section how did you like this subject. Thank you. See you again.